is actually somebody who has witnessed LB's harassment to me very personally and has also been harassed by LB, part of my community, and an elder in my community, and somebody who I respect very highly. So this is the crossing of the algorithms in the personal life, though. It's kind of funny.
Do you want me to stick? Am I welcome to stick around, or would you like me to just back off quietly?
No, I would love you to stick around. I'm sure a lot of people that are coming in actually have questions for you, if you're okay with that.
Oh, yeah. I'll talk to anybody. And some people I yell at, like Lisa.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. What a team we've made in the past when we run into that piece of shit.
Right? So, I was driving into London today, and guess who was on Wellington Bridge?
Oh, no. Not Lisa.
No, but Adrian.
Oh, Adrian. Damn him.
Isn't he hilarious?
Oh, my God. And he's so proud of his little self.
I know. It's crazy.
He thinks he's on a mission from God.
It was just him and that one other guy that wears the yarmulke.
Yeah.
It was just those two. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. I rolled down the window and I fucking yelled at them. I'm like, get a fucking life, loser.
You know, I thought they'd been driven off the bridge. All of them.
Well, they were there.
I may have to go pay a visit, because when I drove down there the other day, I did see somebody up on the bridge waving a Canadian flag, and I thought, oh, surely to God they're not back.
Right?
Yeah, well, I'll have to go pay a visit. Bring about 100 of my friends.
So, to anybody that's new joining us, Sista is actually somebody from my real life that I have stood side by side with at counter protests. We go and we educate. We educate queer youth. We also educate, and the queer youth educate us, let's be honest.
Yes.
They really do. And we educate other people on the fact that, you know what? We're born this way and there's no changing it. We're going to be part of your lives for the rest of your lives. Right?
Yes. We're family.
We are family.
Yeah.
Pure Platinum down in the comments hosted a live earlier where I think it was you. Pardon me if I'm wrong, but hosted a live earlier where Lisa Bella was up in the live talking about how she's not actually anti-trans. Oh. She just doesn't think that trans people should pee in the bathrooms.
Oh, really?
And
I hope she follows me into a washroom sometime.
Right?
Oh.
And my question is, look at some of the trans men in our area.
Yeah.
Do you really think that what you're asking for is going to be safe? For you.
Yeah.
You're allowing cis men that chance to just walk right in without any question. Like, you really are.
It's this world is crazy, and you know, I'm not a kid. 73 to be actually, and I've seen a lot of shit, and I've seen a few generations come along, and this one is hands down the craziest.
Right?
Yeah, and we seem to have lost the thing that saved our lives so many times was working together.
Yes.
You know?
And something that I was trying to get across, but I was driving, so I couldn't really say my piece earlier, was somebody like Lisa Bella, for example, who I'm not going to speak on too much tonight, but she uses the fact that she hides behind the 2S LGBTQIA by saying she's bisexual.
Yeah.
And we don't care if you're bisexual. Walk a day in our shoes. Walk a day in our shoes.
Or our heels.
Or our heels, which you've seen me in my heels. Or your freaking loafers.
Yeah, my Birkenstocks.
Your Birkenstocks or your biker boots.
Yeah.
My God. I'm telling you.
She hides behind that label, and I don't know the nature of any of her relationships, and really I don't want to, but I don't believe that she is bi. That's just my opinion for what it's worth. I think she uses that as a shield,
100%.
and bad
sister,
on her. Bad on her.
for the people that are coming in here, you are a local advocate here in the London area, yes?
Yes. Yes.
You have dealt with her personally,
Oh, up close and personal.
and it's actually scary because she is dangerous for our
She
community.
is dangerous, and I have video of her at St. Thomas at that first really big event where she just appeared and just like shit happened.
Attacked my husband.
Yeah, exactly. But
Also-
the Guardians were there, and thank God we were.
I love you for it.
Oh,
But
that was such
can
an
you clear
amazing
up?
group of people.
Can you clear up one of those lies that she's spreading right now? Was I on the docket to perform that day?
I never saw you on the stage.
No, because she was there, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But I was supposed to perform that day, right?
Uh-huh. Yes, you were.
And I even went to you at one point and said, "Sister, I'm not getting up on that stage."
No, I do remember that now, and I'm like, the amount of power that person has that is fueled by hate is really an amazing collision of pure hate and that personality. And it's like she's driven to hate you. Driven.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And I don't hate her. I don't hate her. I very much dislike her.
Yes.
I think that she has come from a place that has hurt her a lot.
Yeah.
And it's taught her to dislike the trans community, the queer community.
Yes. I agree. She's an extremely damaged woman. And we all have our issues, but we don't go around beating up people with them as much as I've seen from the straight community. They absolutely rage against us.
And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people in the comments right now and people that are true allies that are
Yes.
part of the straight community, and
Yes.
all the love and power to them. Our allies do not step ahead of us. They don't try to speak for us. They just try to amplify our voices.
Yeah. The
Does that make
allies
sense?
that I know are very confident, and they're present, they're well spoken, and they want to hold us up like they want to hold all good people up. And it's hard for allies to be in the presence of that kind of hate. Mm-hmm. We're kind of used to it. I've developed armor, as have you. But it's so hard for our allies to see that kind of vile behavior.
To the comment section, how do I mod people? Because I would love to mod Heather and Red.
Yes.
I think they're both amazing people. I don't know. I'm not technologically inclined. You know that, sister.
Yeah. Well, I'll shut up and listen.
No. I actually want to hear from you. That's why I love that. I love hearing from you. And if anybody does want to come up and talk to somebody who is in our community and has witnessed what I've gone through firsthand, please do. Ask them questions. Sister knows my life very well. She knows what I've gone through. She knows what I do for a living. She knows where I work, who I work with, and the fact that I marry people. And Sister's always been a great mentor for me. So
Oh, you're too sweet. I think together we make an incredible team, and I'm so excited about our new project.
Oh, I am too. I actually booked it off. So I can
Good.
guarantee
Good.
you.
I'm so happy to hear that because I think you're going to be instrumental in that group. A, because it's kind of your hometown, and
Yes.
also your heart is there.
Oh, my heart is definitely there. You know that.
Yeah, and I think it's a desperate time for our youth. Very desperate.
I agree. I agree.
And we're going to stand between them and danger.
As we should.
But in
As we
order to
should.
do that really effectively, we need to hear from them what they need from us instead of assuming that we know what they need more than they do.
And that's a huge factor. I think that we need to listen to them. And
Yeah.
listening to them is the only way we're going to actually move forward.
No, I agree. The best thing that I ever did when I tried to get to know the youth in our communities better was to shut up
And
and listen.
listen.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. So, do you want to explain to the 9 viewers that we have what the new initiative is that you're creating?
Yeah, sure. The new initiative is called Guardians of Tomorrow, and that just aligns with my two previous groups, which was Guardians in Action and Drag Storytime Guardians. So, I'm the founder of the three of those, and this one is really dedicated to listening to the youth and having them mentor us and other adults within communities. We have a pilot project going in St. Thomas, and it's sponsored by Rainbow Connections. And we have absolutely no funding at this moment, but we're hoping to change that. But really, our goal is to give a platform to our youth and let's hear whatever they have to say. It may not be that comfortable for us. It may be foreign to us. But isn't that what we wanted when we were young? Someone to listen to us?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I sat on a panel with you with a couple other queer elders, and you yourself admitted that you have an issue with pronouns sometimes.
I
You
do
yourself.
from time to time. Absolutely.
Because
And
it's
it's a
foreign. It's
struggle.
new. It's new.
And I'm doing the best I can. I'm not
Absolutely.
perfect and I'm not likely to ever be, but I think there's always a little room for a little bit of grace on both sides. I don't intentionally going around misgendering people. And I've been misgendered, particularly since I've started growing facial hair. But when someone calls me sir, I don't attack them. I just take that opportunity to say, actually, I'm a woman. And I have facial hair, and that can be a little bit confusing. And
Actually, you made
I find them much more open to conversation that way.
yes. You have a glorious goatee.
Thank you, darling.
Just gonna say it. But you do identify as a butch lesbian.
Correct. Bearded butch, technically.
Bearded butch lesbian. And that's probably why you love my drag.
That's right. You're an inspiration to me every day.
I love you.
I remember
So-
the first bearded butch I saw. I had only just been out about 3 months. And I saw this lesbian who was doing setup for a musical event, and she had facial hair, and I was just in awe. And that is now like 50 years ago. And I've finally gotten around to just let my hair grow out. And I gave a lot of thought. Stop me if I'm just going off rail here, but
No,
I
I
gave
wanna
a
hear
lot
your-
of thought about whether I might want to transition. Because I always wanted to do boy things. I, looked like a boy, I dressed like a boy, I played like a boy, I'd rip the arms off the dolls. I just did all of those things. And I just really wanted to be a boy. But then I realized at some point that I didn't want to be a boy. I wanted to do boy things. And so I did. All of my life I have done all of the things that I love doing, whether it's fixing cars or building a 7-story tree fort or whatever I do. And
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all, but I didn't have any facial hair, and I just kept shaving it off. And then about a year or so ago, I decided to let it grow in. And the first time that I looked in the mirror and I saw me with facial hair, I just about cried. I stood back and I said to myself, oh, there you are.
I bet you it was so affirming.
It is so affirming.
To see you as you. And that doesn't mean that you have to transition.
No.
I'm sure you are quite happy with your female parts and everything else.
Absolutely. I just love being a woman. I really do.
Now you also understand how a lot of trans people feel as well, right?
And that's an amazing experience that makes me weep for them. And I'm not kidding. It brings tears up to me because I've recently been evicted from my home for having facial hair.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, I haven't talked about it a lot because it's been such a shock to me. And I have filed with Human Rights and I have a mediator and we're taking it to the commission.
Absolutely.
But I can tell you, it was like hitting me over the head with a 2x4 that somebody would even think to do that, let alone do it when we are protected under the Human Rights Act.
We should be protected under the Human Rights Act.
We are. It's gender expression.
It's going to be a huge battle for you.
And you know me, I love a good battle.
You've never been one to back down from a fight.
Never, ever. And seriously, Nick, I have to say this. You have seen how I have stood up for my community, put myself in danger, just worked tirelessly to protect my community. Why 100%. Wouldn't I do that for myself?
As you should. And you know damn well that I have your back. If you need me for any reason, I will be there.
And you know, I know that, Nick. I know if I got your number and I know if I called you and I said, you know, you got to come to this human rights thing with me, you know, and put on your best dress.
I'd be there in a heartbeat. I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would fucking cancel a wedding for you.
But can you imagine, beyond how horrific this is, how utterly entertaining that would be? We'd have to have CTV there. I'll get a hold of Brett.
Do it. I love Brett. He's actually such a funny guy.
Yes,
he does a lot of CTV footage in St. Thomas as well. So he actually knows me by name as well.
Yeah. So I am not just standing up for myself in this case. I am standing up for everyone like me.
There are so many like us.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like us.
Yeah. Yes.
Because you know damn well that, yes, I might be a bearded cis guy by day.
Yeah.
But when I go out at night, I'll put on those heels. I have no qualms about it.
And you rock them. You rock them.
I fucking love you. I love you.
Anyway, that's where I'm at right now, and it has emotionally devastated me. And it has actually, and I know I'm among friends here, sent me to the hospital for mental health crisis.
I want to stop you right now. You're among friends as far as I'm concerned. I guarantee you that somebody like Lisa will be listening in, though.
Uh-huh.
So before you say anything that is too crazy or something you don't want her to use against you, please just guard yourself in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Because we are all human, and I want my platform to be open to everybody.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully, if she is listening in, that she realizes the damage that she's done to our community.
And you know, there is, for me, and I talk about this all the time in every group that will let me open my mouth. I have struggled with suicidal ideation since I was a child. You know, that feeling, like I felt like I had no worth, a lot of things that were just lacking. And I have done so much work to be who I am today and to be authentic and really feel like I'm on a mission and that I'm capable of helping my community. I am not embarrassed by the fact that I need mental health help. And I say to you, Lisa, if you are listening, seek help sooner.
I love that. And you know I'm in therapy for a lot of things. I think it's a great tool.
Yeah.
But you also know that my door is always open, sister. If you want to come over and have a coffee or a tea or whatever and just shoot the shit, my door is always open. I appreciate
that a lot. I really appreciate that a lot. I just let myself go a little too close to the fire. And I had to, take an action. And now I'm back. I've got my feet on the floor. I know what my goals are. I know who I am. And I know what I need to do. And I know I have so much support in this community. As I say to everyone who asks, London has been great to me.
So, can I tell everybody a couple things about you? Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Sista has known me for, I want to say, about 4 or 5 years now.
Yes.
I joined the Guardians of the Guardians. That's what I'm calling them, but Guardians for Drag, basically story times. Mm-hmm. And I was a proud member, but I also did story times. And the reason why I joined them is because Sista was there when assholes like Bubba Pollock were spitting in my face at an Oxford Pride event in Ingersoll. Yeah. Sista has been there for me through everything. And it is so nice knowing that I have the support. Sista's group is the one that had the flags that Lisa Bella was bitching about that were in her face, preventing her from seeing the St. Thomas Pride show.
That's right.
The one day.
She hated that.
Oh, she fucking hated that. But y'all never did anything wrong.
No, we just blocked her vision of people that we wanted to keep safe.
Right? And that's what you do. You never get violent. And Sista, at any event that I've ever been with her to protest at, is very much, do not get violent. Yeah. Back away. If you feel the urge to get violent, back away. Come to our little huddle and we'll calm you down, that kind of thing. Yeah. Because trust me, we all know I have a temper and I can be emotional. But Sista calms me down. And Wortley Pride, I've stood with you many times.
Oh, God, yes.
Against everybody. I've stood with you at Elmer Pride. I've stood with you across the board, actually. I've always stood with you.
Yes,
Sista is also the one that hosted an award show one time, and I got an award.
Yes, I remember that.
And a little plastic scepter that I still have on display.
Yes, Queen of My Heart. I think it's the Queen of My Heart Award.
It was. I was awarded the Queen of My Heart for everything that I've done for your organizations, and I loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad you remember that. It means a lot to me,
I have it on display with a few other trophies and awards. I have also been on many panels speaking with Sista where we talk to queer youth or queers in general or anybody who's had questions. And one thing we are very, very open about is transparency.
Yes.
Even at story times. If parents are questioning if the material we read is age appropriate, they are more than welcome to come in and read it ahead of time. Are they not?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. The books are there.
And we will show them. And we will show them
read them a story.
Right? I would love it if you did. A story about truth and justice.
That's right. Yeah.
So, Sista has been with me through a lot of my hardships, and she's seen me through the whole Lisa Bella fiasco.
I've seen
And
you literally shaking with emotion
yes,
at the attacks. And I couldn't stop Lisa, but I could stand beside you.
and that's all I ever asked from you.
Yeah. You know,
I
I
don't
can
think,
stand there, maybe distract them. Here, shout at me because I don't give a fuck. But
and you did that. You totally did that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because you kind of stand out in the crowd and you've become that target for Lisa. I can't say I actually know what the beginning was all about, but I have seen it over the years. And the best response I have to that kind of action is to really be quiet, be clear, form a line, and step forward. And we have done that so many times to back the haters off from the stage, back them
You
right out of
have.
the park,
You
Victoria
have.
Park. You know, it's like move
London
forward,
Pride.
move forward. That's right. Just one step forward at a time. And eventually they were over by the garbage cans.
So, I'm just going to fill you in how it started with Lisa and I.
Okay.
It was I worked as a manager at a restaurant here in town called the St. Thomas Roadhouse, right? You knew of that. You knew I was a manager there.
Yeah.
We were hosting a drag queen charity bingo with Martin. God rest his
Oh,
soul.
yes. Dear Martin.
I miss him so much. He was such an amazing guy.
Yeah. He was good to me.
So it was a charity bingo, and it wasn't gambling. It wasn't anything like that, right? It was a drag bingo for charity, which you know how that works.
Yeah.
The prizes are pointless, but the fun is there, right?
That's right. You're not going there for the big prize.
It's not gambling, is what I'm trying to say, because
Yes.
she went on a tirade on our local Facebook group called St. Thomas Happenings about the restaurant hosting this drags bingo for charity. And I was working with the ever hated, but also sometimes okay, Lita Von Sleeves,
Yes.
right? And you know that they're dramatic on their own.
Yes.
They were hosting the bingo. And because I was a manager at the Roadhouse, of course, I was involved, right?
Yeah.
So Lisa started fucking this huge campaign against the Roadhouse.
Uh-huh.
Anybody who even said they were going there, she would say, "This is a family restaurant. Do you think that's appropriate?" Blah, 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 in the comments on St. Thomas Happenings, to the point that she actually got blocked from St. Thomas Happenings.
Good.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing that kicked it off with me is I messaged under Nicholas, right? My Facebook page,
Yes.
Nicholas, saying, what is really wrong right now with this situation? There is, like, I responded to one of her comments. It is a charity bingo. There is no gambling, right?
Yes.
Like, prizes are all for fun. It is age appropriate, right? Like, and honestly, the Roadhouse sold out that evening. They actually sold out. We had no space for anybody. People that wanted to come into the bingo were standing only. It was the busiest night the Roadhouse had in years, right? But she went off and said, I'm going to be there. I'm going to watch. And if any kids walk in there, I'm going to fucking call the cops and Children's Aid and everything else. And I'm like, are you serious? So I did comment as me, like as Nick on Facebook. But she was going after anybody in their DMs who supported this event. That's why she got booted off of St. Thomas Happenings. And that's how I came on her radar. And then finally, at the end of my little rants to her, I said, I am that drag queen that is the manager at the Roadhouse. And
Yes.
I fully support this, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that's
There's
how.
always going to be the Lisas of the world. You just happen to get hit the hardest by a
With a-
particularly unpleasant person.
Oh,
But we
yeah.
always have had, and we always will have. But I think in this last number of years, we have shown them that we're not stepping back. We're
And
not
we
afraid. You know?
And we won't. Like, look
No.
at our queer youth. Look at how many people come out to the queer prom and know my name. And they don't know my name as Chastity Cage. When I do family events, do I not go by Mrs. Cage?
Correct.
I want to expel another rumor.
Yeah.
Any family event, I always go by Mrs. Cage, right?
Yeah. Yes, you do. You do. And I think, Mrs. Cage, we're changing the world one heart at a time.
One heart at a time. But that's a story me and Red in the chat share, because we used to hate each other. She used to be friends with Lisa until she realized that every chance Lisa had, Lisa would come in there and say, "Hey, you can't like him." Red, do you want to come up in a box and actually tell Sister your story? I would love it if you could. I really would, because I really want Sister to hear our story, to be honest. If you're okay with that. Because I really, really respect our story, and I think that Sister would understand a lot of what's going on, because Red is not pro to SLGBTQIA, but she's not against to SLGBTQIA, right? She just doesn't understand.
Well, and I hear that a lot too. I don't understand. I hear that from my family. But I would love to hear the story of you and Red, because it tells the story of how we can build bridges when there are so many differences.
Exactly.
Yet you found a thread that brought you together and made you both stronger.
If she's willing to come up, I don't know if she's even still here or not, but it's a matter of, like, Red is actually very much an ally. Always has been. She just, sorry, eating my dinner. Are you coming up?
We'll stand by.
But I love her. I love her to death. And I will admit that I was an asshole to her.
Yeah.
I was a complete asshole to her because she was friends with LB. We call Lisa LB in this algorithm, by the way.
Okay.
She was friends with LB, was friends, until she started realizing that every conversation she had with LB was about me. It was about, oh my God, I can't believe Nick, or Nick this, Nick that. And it's like, go fuck yourself. Get a life.
Yeah.
Get a life.
It's an obsession.
And yes, to Heather in the comments, the autism world is very similar. Like, I don't speak on my husband's behalf, but he is on the spectrum as well. And autism can change a lot of perspective as to how you deal with people.
Yes.
But we're all human.
And I think it's not bad that we have a different perspective.
No. And if fucking people could actually acknowledge it. Okay, Red's coming up.
Good.
Her name is Red on here, but I called her out because of her last name, because her last name is not a name I should ever say out loud. But never mind, I'll let Red talk.
My last name's already out there, so I don't really care. It's color. It's a color that's often debated on this algo. And I'm Métis, but if you see me, I have like very fiery red hair and freckles and like the redhead complexion. However, I'm definitely Indigenous. And And when Nick and I decided to start fighting, it was it was encouraged. It was encouraged by my then friend, and I believed what she said because I've gone through abuse and I've gone through a lot of things. So there was that, and but then Nick and I started to fight, not even over that community. It was more so over the Indigenous community. And then he started hitting low and I was hitting low. Like I posted a video of him in the red dress saying, you're mocking women here. But he was also making teacups with white tears on it.
Admit, I hit low.
So we hit low. We did. And then it just got to the point where it was like back and forth and we were just getting meaner, and I don't think it's really in either Nick or I's daily demeanor to be mean like that. So Isaac was hosting a live, and he had hit low again, and this time I posted my entire family tree. I posted my genealogy and I asked the question, what is a Métis? And that's when he stopped and paused and reflected and realized he was behaving in a way that
I don't like.
That he doesn't like, nor, and that he actually, is an activist against. So I also realized I was behaving like that too. And so we were in Isaac's live. We weren't in the box. We were just in the comments, and he publicly apologized and has since publicly apologized multiple times. And so have I. And we made peace, and it had nothing to do with any vendetta. It had nothing to do with trying to hurt her or anything like that. It was just, it's not in our nature to fight like that. So we made peace, and I've since learned a lot about Nick and a lot of why he's the way he is. He's learned a lot about me and the reason why I'm the way I am. And we, at one point, would say we didn't have a lot that we could agree on. And I think that now we've met in the middle at that fence and we've become great neighbors. We're able to learn from each other. We're able to move forward with each other. And it's been great. It's been fantastic.
You are literally somebody I consider a friend on this app now.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
And that's coming from a place where I at one point hated you.
Yeah.
And same, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This kind of story is what holds me together in the darkness. When it feels like we're in a battle against hate, wherever it's coming from, and then it changes us. And we become like them. Yet this story is leaving me with so much hope because you managed to build that bridge, even with your differences.
And that's the thing. And there's actually as much hate and drama and all of that stuff that you do see on this app. There's been a few stories that are similar, you know what I mean? That people that were sitting on both sides and had been fighting over whatever the case is, whatever their cause was, and then realizing eventually, like, why are we fighting? We have more in common than we don't. And they started having conversations, and those conversations grew to understanding each other, and people that, let's say, 2-3 years ago that would not use pronouns,
yes,
were actively trying to use pronouns, and not because their opinion changed or anything like that, but because they saw the person as a human being. And
that's right.
that's a start, that's where it starts. When you start seeing the humanity in people
Yes.
rather than the labels that society has placed on us, and you just see the humanity, things change. Things
They
it has for
absolutely
me.
do. I can't agree with you more, Red. I have learned so much. The most what I've learned has been from people who have taught me lessons that have helped me grow as a human being and be the best Patricia I can be. And then I just like to feed that back.
Yeah.
And I see the two of you doing that.
Oh, 100%. And I do not condone my actions all the time. I admit that I react out of emotion. Quite often I react out of emotion. But it is hard, and I think Red understood how hard it is for me when I'm constantly being attacked by certain
Yes.
individuals or certain things, and being told that I'm not Indigenous, or I'm not queer, or that I'm a pedophile or a groomer. It hurts. It gets under your skin. It really does.
That's what they're intending, is to get under your skin to make you more like them,
Yeah.
as opposed to being the very best Nick or the very best Red.
Well,
And
see,
go
it was-
forth and heal, as opposed to destroy.
It was very interesting to me because, and Nick will tell you this, and I'm just being me and I'm being honest here. I don't want to be called the term cis. I have nothing against it or whatever. It's just like I'm 47, and for 47 years I've been called a woman, and
Yes.
now it's like, what? No, that's not my identity, right? But one of the things that I've learned, and I've grown to learn, especially like, let's say, like within this battle that Nick and I had, was that identity is really important to people. Like, it really is. It does kind of hit the soul. Like, my identity as a Métis woman means something to me.
Yes.
That's who
Yes.
I am. And when that was under attack, I saw on the flip side, I could see why somebody like Nick would feel attacked. Like, I was like, okay, this isn't right either, right? Like, my behavior is not okay, right? And
You're
that's
the only one responsible for your behavior.
yeah, 100%. And
And
sometimes
so you
have
took
to be humble.
responsibility for it, as did Nick.
And Red, you don't deny the fact that you are a cis female, but on the same note, I have also acknowledged the fact that I will not sit there and call you cis, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yes,
not,
you respected that.
it's respectful. It's mutual respect. Just like how a lot of trans folks don't want the trans label. They actually just want to be recognized as male or female, right?
And we had to, at first you weren't in agreement, and we had to have that conversation about it. And when you listen, it was very simple. You listened to my perspective and you were like, okay, that's fair, because you saw it as, this is how I personally identify. So I'm not judging anybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
Please just respect mine. And you were like, okay, that's fair. that's fair.
100% that's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
you
100%
got
that's
it.
fair.
Right?
I
And
can't demand
that's-
that you respect my pronouns if I can't respect you, right?
Exactly.
I can't demand that you respect how I vision life if I can't respect how you vision life.
Yeah.
It's a mutual agreement. And I totally get it. And you don't understand a lot with the trans community, and you've never denied that. You are very open to learning and educating
Yep.
yourself, just as I'm open to learning and educating myself. Now, me saying that you weren't Indigenous was low. It was very low of me, and I will forever apologize to you for that, as you know.
We all know, though, I'm the whitest Indigenous person on this app, okay? So we're not lying about
I'm pretty
that.
close. I am pretty close. I think even Sister was a little shocked when she found out I was Indigenous. But sister, I've always identified as Two-Spirit, have I not?
Yes, you have. From day one.
Right? Before even the Lisa Bella shit, I've always
Yeah.
identified as Two-Spirit.
Yeah. Yes. In
And
fact,
I've
you know, I'll just listen some more if you don't mind.
I've known sisters since before the Lisa Bella shit. So if people do have questions, please feel free to request up because
To be fair, when it came to like the Two-Spirit stuff, I had never ever heard it about being sexuality. What I had always heard was just the people that could blend in with both the masculine and the feminine of the tribe. You
which
know,
is
like,
what it is.
yeah, like they could weave as good as they could ride a horse. They could. They were healers also, from my
Yes.
understanding. They were
Yes,
medicine
100%.
people quite often, so they knew a lot of the land. They were very wise in that aspect of it. They understood the community's needs. It was never about sexuality.
And Red, for me, it's not about sexuality either. And I don't think we've ever actually had that conversation. I was called a Two-Spirit by an elder who lived on Six Nations one time. And that's when it stuck with me. And that is, I'm talking about 16 years ago when I was there, right? And she called me a Two-Spirit because I not only went out and hunted, I not only went out with the men and tended to the fire, I would also can with everybody else, right? I would provide the food. I was the food provider at the encampment that we had. I would do beadwork, as you know. I weaved dream catchers. I made freaking leather things. And Two-Spirit was new to me then. It wasn't until Ione, what the elder's name, she's long passed, creator save her soul, called me Two-Spirit that I actually looked up the term.
Yeah.
And
you
it
were
is
also
because
a warrior, right? Because you served, you were a warrior, and you there was a lot of masculine about you as well. Like, you embraced that aspect of you as well. It was
100%.
and you still do, even in your drag, like, you are the bearded drag queen, right? Like,
Yes.
you know, you embrace it. And at like 3 years ago, I would have been like, what? Huh? Like,
But
okay. But
to
like,
sister,
for me,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to explain something about Red's perspective. She didn't like drag story times at the time. She thought that it was manipulating children and everything else, right? Until Red and I actually had a conversation and she realized, no, that's not what I do. Doesn't mean Red's going to take her kids to a story time anytime soon, but she realizes that I'm not indoctrinating children.
my
Right?
kid's 21 and he'd go. So, like, I'm just saying,
Now, yeah.
like,
I think, Nick, you told me a story once of doing a story time, and at some point during the story, was it another child jumped up and said, "I'm Indigenous"?
It was the Ingersoll story time, yes. And they
Yes.
were wearing a ribbon skirt.
Yes, that's right. I remember that story, and just how beautiful a moment it was to hear about that little interaction that meant so much.
It was so beautiful. They were wearing a ribbon skirt and they were a MAB, assigned male at birth.
Uh-huh.
But their mother, I think you know her. I'm not going to say
Yeah.
her name on this app, but their mother is an amazing individual who is Indigenous and supports every walk of life and
Yes.
told the children many times before, you will choose what path you want to walk,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? And I will support you no matter which path you want to walk.
so
And
I'll tell you how
sorry, go
far.
ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're cutting out.
I apologize. I'm out on my patio.
Okay. I really didn't mean to cut you off. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was thinking about this past week, and we haven't, like, I just messaged you, but I haven't really had a chance to like tell you. It was an experience. It was such an experience. So I was thrifting. I was getting some office attire, clothing and stuff like that. And I heard this laughter, like, and I mean, it was like one of those infectious laughters. And then I heard another lady laughing, and I figured, okay, it was like a mother or whatever. I hadn't looked up yet. And when I did look up, it was a mother and a clown. And it was like this girl, she was wearing like this beautiful like skirt, like fluffy skirt, all created, all clowned out. Her hair was in pigtails, all colored, makeup done, everything like that. And I'm just looking for clothes, and I kind of smiled, and I like her laughter just got to me, and I said, you know, you have a beautiful laugh. And she smiled, and then she showed up like right beside me, and she's like, I ran out of balloons for balloon animals, but I'd like to give you a balloon trinket. And I was like, a trinket? And she pulled out a little balloon animal dog trinket. And she placed it in my hand with a big smile. And then she just started talking. And I found out, and I am already making a mistake because she is not a she is a they. They are part of the community. They identify as queer. They are wanting to become a clown, wanting to get into the makeup industry, not just for clowning, but possible for drag queens. Loves entertaining everybody from seniors to wanting to actively try to see about getting into the hospitals, wants to learn from people. And so I started talking about my friend Nick, the drag queen. And then I showed a picture of Nick, and they were like, wow, absolutely beautiful. And I said like what Nick does and all of that stuff. And I hopefully have connected the two, because that was the effort, because they're looking for
So,
people.
I
that
haven't
have-
reached out yet, but they have reached out to me. I've been very busy the last couple weeks with weddings, as you know.
Yeah, I figured.
And I
And
do want to
hold on.
focus my time.
But-
My sister just entered the chat, and I'm hoping that we're okay if she comes up in the box.
Yeah.
My actual biological sister.
Can I
Hi.
jump in for a minute while everybody grabs a seat?
Just to
Yeah.
be clear, that's not me.
No, it's not you, Steph. It's Des. Des next to you is my sister.
Welcome,
Hi,
Des.
Des. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
So, sorry, sister. I'm gonna take a moment here. Sister, actual sister, blood sister.
Yeah.
Welcome to my algorithm.
Hi.
I know you've been watching my algorithm a lot, but there is a lot of hate, a lot of drama, and you see me through a lot of it as well, right?
Yes.
So, if anybody actually has questions about my character and my personality, Des up here will tell you who I am and the truth about me.
Best brother ever.
Best brother. You're such a fucking liar.
I'm better than the other one.
I have a question. You sure
Yeah.
it's safe to bring her here?
She's been following my algorithm for long enough.
Oh, you poor girl. I'm so sorry.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll live.
And she knows all about Lisa Bella and everything else.
Woo!
Takes a lot to scare me away.
I think Owen
scared
has a
me away.
question. Owen has a question.
Owen, what's your question? I'm gonna bring you up, Owen.
Red.
Hello, Miss Steph. How are you?
Yo, does your
It's your
character
red
gangbang?
Does my what?
Does your character
Are we
gangbang?
a child? Are
Don't you
we
have to be
a
18
child?
to go live?
We're a child, right?
I
Pretty sure we
don't
have to
know
be
if I actually
18 to
think
go.
about it.
Yo, is your character Yang?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna drop you. Fun.
How you doing?
But so, sister,
Yeah.
meet my sister.
How do you do, sister?
I'm so confused. Is it me we're talking to?
Yes,
Well-
I am sister. You are sister.
Oh.
Okay,
It's
but
like a
I'm
different pronoun. Only
so
it's
because
different.
my supper is ready. It'll be in the comments.
Thank you, Red, for coming up. I really
Thank you,
appreciate
Red.
you. And I love you.
Thank you.
And thank you for speaking your truth. To sister, I'm just going to call you Patricia, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Since my sister is actually in the chat or in the box. To Patricia, Miss Perfect down below you here. She is also somebody that was manipulated by Lisa Bella for a long time. And then one day came forward and said to me, "Oh my God, I can't believe I liked one of your posts." And all of a sudden, Lisa Bella hated me.
Yeah.
All it took.
Stephanie,
All
can
it
you
took.
tell your story?
I said, yeah, that's all it took.
Tell your story.
I don't even remember what your post was about. I don't even think it was political. I think it was just a cutesy thing. Oh, it was a doggy video, wasn't it?
Probably about Riker because you love my dog.
Right. So that's what it was. I liked a dog video and I was an enemy of the state and all that.
Yeah.
Because Lisa Bella all of a sudden started attacking her, saying, "Why are you liking his video? You can't be my friend anymore."
Yeah.
And I was a lousy friend. You forget. Oh, and I control her content too.
Oh, do you? You're actually a pretty amazing person, Steffi.
Thank you. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I'm glad you're hosting.
I don't do this often, so I'm kind of like perplexed. I didn't think I would.
Fun. When you get into the hang of it, it's fun. And you've got good people that are around you. Then you know that you're gonna open up, and it's just gonna be fun. But
Well, I
sometimes
didn't-
when you have crazy, it turns into just anxiety ridden.
But you are surrounded by two people that actually know me in real life, like not
Yeah.
just TikTok life. So it's kind of interesting.
Yes,
And it's
and
interesting.
they will vouch for you. So you're all good. They
I
love
don't know. My sister will throw me under the bus any day.
you. Sorry.
Destiny, what are you up to? What are you up to?
I'm doing the dishes because
Oh,
I didn't want to do them all day.
fair enough.
But they need to be done because they can't just not be.
How are my niece and nephew?
In bed, finally.
So my sister is the one that had the Irish twins.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
She is actually an amazing mother. I never thought she would be.
Thanks.
You know I love you, kiddo.
I didn't think I could be either, to be honest.
They say everything changes once you go through that.
It certainly does. That is one of the truest things I've heard.
But Destiny, you've also been with me throughout all of my battle with Lisa Bella.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of it.
Pretty sure you threatened to fight the bitch when I came after you one time, calling you a gremlin on Facebook, and she used that against me because I called you, I think it was a gremlin
Oh,
on
probably.
Facebook. But it was one of those posts, like what your sister looks like. And then she's like, he calls his sister a gremlin. And you're like, fuck you, bitch. Fight you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I do recall that.
Well, I'm going to sign off now.
Are you
But,
sure?
yes, I have to get up pretty early tomorrow. But I just want to, if I may, just steal a little airtime here and tell you something that really struck me as I was listening in the last 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
And it's pretty important to me, and so then it becomes important to you. But you were talking about another Indigenous person that we know and who, chooses to let their children grow up in love and has dedicated to letting them be who they are. They will support them and they will love them. I know that sounds like just statements you make to your kids every day, but I never heard that. I know a lot of kids who have never heard that from their parents. Mostly queer kids, because their parents just couldn't deal with it. And I think, for me, it is one of the reasons that I am so focused that no other child that I can run into never hears someone say those words to them.
Sister, before you go,
Yeah.
I love what you just said, but I think my sister will confirm, my actual sister down below, that I had a very hard growing up because my mother was not okay with her own sexuality.
Yes.
And I was thrown up against a wall saying no son of mine is going to be a F slur.
Yeah.
And it was hard for me growing up. Very hard for me because I did not have the support. My sister is a lot younger than I am.
Yeah.
Right, Destiny?
Yeah, I don't think I was around then.
Yeah, you were, but you were also in diapers. I grew up in a family that did not support it until my mother finally accepted who she was. And now, Destiny, is my family not the most amazing, supportive freaking family you could have?
Every single one of us.
That's fantastic. I am so happy that whatever healing happened in your family happened
Before Destiny was of age to remember.
Yeah.
So Destiny never necessarily experienced that hardship.
She never experienced the hate that I did.
And I think that's where generational healing plays out.
She experienced a lot of problems, but they are different.
Yes, of course. Of course.
However, Destiny, nobody talks ill about the 2S LGBTQIA plus in our family, do they?
So I
No.
will sign off and say goodnight to everyone. I've thoroughly enjoyed these conversations and meeting everyone. And I'll see you again.
Have a good
I
night.
will see you in a week or so.
Yes,
at
you
the
will.
YWCA.
That's right. We're going to rock the world, baby. We're going to rock
We are
the world.
Rock the world. I love it. I love it.
Good night.
Thank you, sister.
She seems nice.
Oh, you're so sweet, Destiny. Miss Steffi.
How are you?
I am well. Did you have any questions for my actual sister?
No, I don't. I'm just really nice. It's really nice. It's really great to meet you. And I'm glad that I got to meet you.
Come on, I'm curious. You and I have had a love-hate relationship since day one.
No, I think it was like hate and then love. I think it was
Is there
more
any-
like that.
Is there any rumors you want dispelled about me?
Definitely that you are in it for the right reasons. Nobody should ever doubt your abilities with children and the way that you speak to them and anything like that. And shame on them for creating something where there was nothing.
Well, Destiny, as the uncle to your children, do you trust me?
100%. I don't know if I would
I don't know. You held my baby, Thomas, when he was like 2 days old, and I have a video and it's kind of funny.
I hated that. He's so breakable.
But yes, 1,000%. Especially now that they're not breakable.
No, they're still breakable. I don't want your children around me that much. I will babysit if need be, but kids come with snot and bacteria.
Sounds like you've got snot and bacteria right now.
It sounds like I'm out on my back porch having a glass of wine with a cigarette. Shut the
Yes,
fuck
it
up.
was the inhale I was hearing then.
Listen, Destiny. There's a reason you were the last child born.
And her name's Destiny, so she knows all.
Because I was the destiny of the family. They needed me.
I have a saying. It was just in the nick of time that Destiny was born. My brother's name is Justin.
Oh, that's cute.
He is the middle child. I am the eldest.
You know, if you ever do babysit the kids, don't let them in your Tupperware drawer because I cannot find a single freaking lid.
You don't even know where my Tupperware drawer is.
No, but they'll find it.
And my house is far too old for your kids, honey.
Your house.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I just think you're a doll, and I'm glad that we got beyond that, and I got to know you. And I'm grateful to call you a friend.
I think that you are an amazing human being. I don't always agree with your political perspectives on things, as you know. But I honestly think that our phone conversation the one night while I was still working at the Roadhouse and you called there, that changed my perspective on you hardcore.
Oh, God.
You went from somebody that I was like, I don't know if I trust this person. I don't know if she's still one of LB's freaking lackeys or anything like that. You went from that to, no, she's been hurt just as equally, just as much by Lisa Bella. And I'm so glad that you came into my life, Steffi.
Oh, I'm so glad you came into mine too.
And like I said, I don't always agree with your political beliefs. I don't always agree with everything that you think. But I don't agree with my sister's political beliefs half the time, or her husband's political beliefs.
It's gotten to the point where people forgot how to do the agree to disagree
Right?
and keep it respectful. And that's the shame, because right there and then, as soon as you have that, you can't have conversations.
Right. And it's bad.